gosh, hey, I'm so glad you made it. Come on over. We only have time for a short visit today, but yeah, come on, I got a few things to talk about. So here's why I wanted to have you stop by for a little bit today. As you probably figured out from my last video, being nice and concise is not exactly my strong suit. Now, I prefer making the longer form videos. I'm not into the whole brevity thing, but the YouTube machine that controls my life demands I upload a video on a regular basis. And my hour-long video literally took 4 days to upload. So if I'm going to be able to crank these videos out with the speed and assurance of a Joe Biden stimulus check, I'm going to need to make a few short ones here and there. You know, I still can't get over how much of my life is determined by a computer algorithm. I always realized humankind would be dominated by another entity someday, but my money was always riding on those damn dirty apes. Text message. If the idea that robots will conquer humanity and take over the planet sounds far-fetched to you, consider this. They already have me speaking in their dialect. Oh, well, time's gonna tell on that one, you know. Robots and monkeys being natural enemies. So I figured from time to time I would make a video and respond to some of your comments and questions, and we're tentatively calling these videos
Tracy Davis says,
who the fuck invited her? Okay, here's our first commenter. Anna comments twice. Anna says, love, thank you for your hard work for our community. Anna also says, bravo, Aunt Tracy is smart, funny, gorgeous, and simply the most lovable and coolest aunt ever. Her hilarious and insightful stories will leave you wanting more. Thank you, Aunt Tracy. We love you. You're so sweet. Anna's definitely getting a Christmas card from me this year. Okay, next comment. Holly comments, I love all the different name tags. Hey, Holly. So glad you noticed. You know, like a lot of us, I grew up watching The Simpsons, and I always loved the way they would sprinkle visual gags in the background, and I thought it would be fun to reward people who are paying attention with little jokes here and there in the background of my videos as well. Alright, next comment. Alice left me 2 comments. The first one says, cute. And the second one, Alice asks, how did that person get into your house? Nothing is sacred anymore. Oh, Alice, you're the cute one. How did she get in here? I'm assuming she rode in on the back of one of the cockroaches. Thank you. Next. Fiona says, hi, Aunt Tracy. You're awesome. Hi, Fiona. It is known. Okay, looks like we have not even come close to 10 minutes. You know, in order for these videos to be eligible for monetization from the YouTube, I need to have at least 1,000 subscribers. Right now I'm sitting at a solid 29, so you know, we're almost there. The channel's actually doing pretty good for just starting out, and I have all of you to thank for that. You know, I'm on the verge of having these videos recommended by the YouTube algorithm, and then hopefully this thing will just blow up from there. So I knew we weren't going to cover 10 minutes like this, so I took the liberty of preparing a few questions that I thought maybe somebody might want to ask. I'm going to draw them out of the lunchbox in no particular order. Hello, Tracy. Spell plausible. Plausible. Pleaseeatabagofds. Plausible. Next question. Dear Aunt Tracy, it said in the introduction to your last video that it was a pure work of fiction, but it sure sounded like you had beef with someone IRL. You're not making these videos just to settle scores, are you? Do I look to you like the type of person who would hold a grudge? I mean, I'm really not that type. Hey, Aunt Tracy, I was wondering, is this a channel for the Mid-Missouri Transgender Support Network, or is this a YouTube channel for your silliness? Well, right now it's both. I do plan eventually to split the videos up into two separate channels, one for Mid-Missouri Transgender Support Network and the other for myself. But right now I don't really have enough videos out to justify two channels. So we're going to have to see how it grows. Here we go. Hey, Miss Tracy, which is closer to your place, the moon or New York City? Well, that's a silly question. I mean, just ask yourself. Can you see New York City from here? Hey, Miss Tracy, how are things going with the Mid-Missouri Transgender Support Network? Well, I hope that we are helping a lot of people out there. You know, we've had 47 unique visitors to the site since we started it, including a few that you might know. We recently added links to the forms required to have your gender marker and name changed on your Social Security card, which is something a lot of employers will require before they'll change your name in their system. Coming up, I'm making a short video that'll help walk people through the serpentine labyrinth that is changing your name in the state of Missouri. And just reach out to me if you can think of any other way that we can help, and we'll be happy to do what we can. Okay, next question. Hey, Aunt Tracy, are you single? Well, I'd be happy to answer that question for you, but first I'm going to need you to fill out this form. I'm going to need 3 references, plus we're running a credit check and a background check. Okay, next question. How many transgender people does it take to screw in a light bulb? I'm glad you asked. Just 1. But even years later, people are still wanting to hear the story about, you know, the change. Hey there, Aunt Tracy. What's the next video going to be about? I don't want to ruin the surprise. You're just going to have to tune in and see. Hey there, Aunt Tracy. How old are you? Well, normally that's a secret that I keep guarded tighter than my skinny jeans. But since you all been so kind to me, I'll answer your question just once. My age is... I'm so glad I never have to answer that again. Here's the next question. Hey, Aunt Tracy, how is the YouTube channel performing so far? Well, the channel has over 400 views this month, and 268 of those are unique visitors, so, you know, I think that's doing pretty good for a beginner. Most of the traffic coming to my channel are people who've seen posts on Facebook, either by me or shared by some of my friends. Thanks again for doing that. It really, really helps. But we also have people who are coming across it on their own. 27% of those are people who typed the term transgender into the YouTube search box. And I must have some viewers from Scotland because 3% typed in laddie boy. Hey, Aunt Tracy, did you for real quit your job? And what was your motivation for quitting? Was it to make silly videos, or was it really to advocate for transgender rights in Missouri? Okay, this is a very good question. You know, this year for Transgender Awareness Week, I really tried to reflect on where I've been and where I'm going and what my goals are and how I can help my community. One night I stayed up very late after having a mushroom pizza, 86 the pizza. And you know, I thought about Chelsea Manning, locked up in solitary confinement, not saying a word to anybody else. And she could have got out of it at any time if she had just squealed on the people that she was protecting. I asked myself, what am I willing to sacrifice for something I believe in? I wanted to try to set an example like Chelsea did for me, if I could. I thought about the fresh bouquet of anti-trans legislation that I'm sure to receive in Jeff City this spring. And I just really wanted to be sure I had time to pitch in and help organize to voice our opposition to these heinous bills. Stay tuned to my videos to see how you can help in the future. Hey, Aunt Tracy, is there anything actually written on those little scraps of paper? A special thank you goes out to my friend Mike Seat for his generous donation to the Mid-Missouri Transgender Support Network. Be sure and check out Mike's fabulous art at mikeseat.com. Link is in the description below. Oh, and while you have your web browser open, be sure to head over to Apple Podcasts and subscribe to the new podcast, What Did They Mean by That? Hosted by my dear friends Christine and Julia. Listen in as these two sisters dive headfirst in some of the strangest lyrics ever recorded. It's so funny hearing them speculate on what crazy lyrics like "Here she come now singing Monet, Monet" might possibly mean, and discover along with them the true life story behind the song and the intentions of the original artist. Who knows, your Aunt Tracy might even make a guest appearance on one of the upcoming podcasts. That's What Did They Mean by That, hosted by Christine and Julia Kiefer. Check it out today. And hey, if you'd like to be a close personal friend of Aunt Tracy's, it's easy. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some of these other videos. Ta-ta for now.